All right, guys. Okay, now we should be good. Sad trombone, Phoebe. Welcome back, guys. Another stream, Summer Game Fest event, Xbox Showcase this time. Now we're good. Yeah, we should be good now. Sorry about that. Even if you don't have an Xbox, like I said in the announcements, Xbox is bringing basically all their games to PlayStation at some point or another now. So relevant even if you don't have an Xbox. And of course, they always release on PC as well. Let's see who's here. I lost. I had to refresh the combined chat, so I don't know how far back I can go, but I see Dusky's here. Welcome back, Dusky. Unleash. Good to have you here. Eagle, Voodoo, Norma, Trolls, Subi, Kitty Dad, CareX2. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. Welcome if this is your first time or first time chatting. Good to have you guys here. Justin, good to see you as well. Nicole, High Kick. Good to see you guys. Nicole, I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. Welcome. If it's your first time here. Voodoo, I think I caught you already. Welcome back. Ibishu, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. Pigeon, hello. Amelia, good to see you guys here. Welcome. Kelly's here. Kelly, I think we missed you on Friday for Summer Game Fest, if I'm not mistaken, but it's good to have you here today. Hope you're doing well. Who else is here? VB's here. I think I already caught VB, right? Beluga. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. Did I already say your name? Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. Norma's here. Emmy's here. Good to have you guys. Welcome in. A death counter. I don't know if we need a death counter for a stream like this, but Norma will be all over it if we need it. So we've got like 5 minutes. I think I was going to pull up another trailer to show you guys. Let's go like this. Because we missed, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll make sure we don't miss it starting, don't worry. But actually, I'll just let that run. We'll mute it. Actually, we'll not mute it. Then we'll hear if it starts. I forgot there was the Future Game Show. I don't know that it was worth streaming the whole thing. It happened yesterday, but for some reason it wasn't on the Summer Game Fest website along with all the other events. Maybe they're not partaking in Summer Game Fest. But one trailer really caught my eye that I think a lot of you would probably be interested in if you haven't seen it already. The Expanse, which is based on a book series, a series of novels. And then there's also a TV show, as I understand it. We were talking about it a little bit on Discord yesterday. And I think Dave was telling me, Dave Cole, I don't know if he's here right now, was telling me he does not think this is a retelling of the show or books. So it's a unique story in this universe, if you're familiar with it. But I wanted to run through this trailer real quick because I think it'd be something you guys are interested in. It's about 4 minutes, so we just have enough time to get through it.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us. Least we can do is get him out alive.
We've got big enough guns to make justice, all right?
Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah without
I feel like I recognize his voice.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
That's cool, man. Owl cat. Yeah, it gives me like kind of Mass Effect vibes, although I have not played the Mass Effect games. Brutal.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they shut down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival.
Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
This is cool. Propelled smoke grenade.
In Yolota. They never look up. Zafar, you were right. They shut down this. Yolota! I need backup!
Hold on, I'm coming! I'll cover you.
Oh, that's a cool drone, huh?
Thanks.
I can't see shit from here.
The bird up high shall be thine eyes.
Explosion.
What the hell happened here?
Hey, buddy.
Still alive. Osiris Reborn. So this is pre-alpha gameplay footage.
Glad you're still breathing.
Looks like maybe hacking turrets, sort of like in Cyberpunk or something like that. No release window yet, but looks like it could be good. Looks like it could be good. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah, I know I need to play Mass Effect. Oh, we're just in time. I got the Legendary Edition for like $6 a little while ago. So I think we'll do it on stream at some point.
Do you think I care that the colony is in disarray? We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources. For
Timed that
profit.
perfectly, man.
But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must
I don't know what
be
this
wiped
is.
from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
I'm yearning.
A little bit of like a BioShock vibe. First person. This isn't Outer Wilds or Outer Worlds, is it? Aren't they supposed to be doing that afterwards?
Every last bit that I save is intended for you.
Oh, I guess it is Outer Worlds. They're just teasing us before the bigger show later.
Although the cost may be high, one day I know you'll be mine. Someday perhaps I'll own two. For now I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause
That weapon looks crazy.
For you,
I never played Outer Worlds, the first one.
for
October 29th. Huh?
An adventure made for capitalism by capitalism.
Yeah.
Inflate our impressions
Very
and
much like
egos
Fallout.
by staying tuned after the showcase.
So there's a dedicated segment for that at the end here.
World premiere.
Babe, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just
Alien
been
soap.
so depressed lately.
Soap
You know,
opera.
fix everything. Human's a problem.
This is crazy. Oh, what is this game with the funny guns? These guns are insane. This is a game. This is a game we already have seen, right? Like, this is a sequel for something? Oh. Slap the guns together.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
High on life. I feel like there's another game with guns. Okay, two. So, okay, yes. I was gonna say, I've seen a game before that has like these crazy monster guns.
World premiere.
World premiere. Is the audio good for you guys? I'm intrigued. Audio's good? Okay, thank you guys. Dennis? Please don't be too much of a horror game. Oh, a Minotaur? What's with these light ropes? Resonance. A Plague Tale Legacy? Like a Plague Tale Requiem? Is there a connection there? That looked interesting. It's another Plague Tale game. It is in that series. Are we building a controller here? Don't tell me they're about to announce a handheld. No way. They're ready with this thing? Oh, it's the ROG one. Okay. Oh, I saw Silk Song on there. Is this thing already out, or are they announcing this for the first time? Can it run SteamOS though? Z2 Extreme. This is an Xbox. Xbox Ally X. And white version. Coming holiday this year. That's cool. I do want to see more of these
At
handhelds.
Xbox, we strive to put the player first. And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression. We delivered
It's a
Game
cool
Pass,
shirt.
first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming. So what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect. And the highly anticipated Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year.
Oh, that means
In
it's
fact,
coming this year.
Every new game you see in today's show will be playable on the Xbox Ally.
They're definitely showing
We have
Silksong.
always wanted you to have the unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing
They
in
don't mention
Xbox
Epic,
Play
yeah.
Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console, PC, smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new
Claire
game you
Obscure.
see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass.
Dude, I
with a
kinda want
diverse
that
lineup
shirt.
of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time. We both believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolves Studio, this is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark
Blood of
fantasy
Dawnwalker.
that I can't
Oh.
wait for you to explore.
I
Thank
really
you,
wanted to
and
see more of
enjoy
this.
the rest of the show.
Very cool. This game looks like it could be really good. Rebel Wolves. I love the name of the studio too.
Monsters have always been here, watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare.
It's like a little bit creepy bloody for me, but
the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there watching, seeping into
2026. Okay, I'm still interested. It's like a little bit Xbox, PS5, and Steam. Yeah, okay, cool. In 2026. It's like a little bit gory, bloody, creepy for me, but the premise sounds so cool. I still want to try it out. I want to see more gameplay though.
World premiere.
Yeah, the music was really cool, BB. Twinge, why are all the bad guys always basically the Night King? Look at this little jelly man. Yeah, that is kind of a enemy trope these days, isn't it? Although I'm sure the Night King was inspired by something. Why does it look like the Rot from Kana? It does kind of, doesn't it? That's a good point, Dusty. A little bit more jelly, though. That cut in half. 3D! Meat Boy? Oh, I thought it was like jelly. That's kind of gross. I don't want to think of him as meat.
Watch your back, Yakumo.
Team Ninja?
You're a wanted criminal now.
I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission. My duty as a Raven Ninja.
I don't think it's supposed to be 2 hours.
Free has its consequences.
Yeah, I think this is Ninja Gaiden. Team Ninja? It's gotta be, right?
This is it.
Sayori.
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
That's a crazy shark enemy. That's cool.
The Dark Dragon.
The giant death popsicle weapon. Ninja Gaiden 4. I never got into the Ninja Gaiden, but that looks pretty cool. 21st, October 21st. Bethesda. Indie, okay. Is this the PS5 announcement? No, it already came to PS5, didn't it? A DLC?
Here we go.
Good luck, Indy.
What are you doing, Jones? Are you crazy?
I didn't play it.
This is where it starts.
But I know a lot of people liked it.
Beneath the streets of Rome. Enter the city of Antioch. Find the secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See. Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
It was good tidbits. Yeah, I wish it wasn't first person as well, Twinge. Order of Giants. So it is a DLC. September 4th. That's cool to see. That's a pretty quick follow-up with the DLC. I like that when it's about a year away.
World premiere.
Ballad, thank you for renewing your YouTube membership. Appreciate that.
はるか昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。
Tidbits, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate that.
輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
The Blight. Whoa, that's cool. Running on the roots. So we have robots and blighted creatures.
西暦4026年、人類は滅亡を待つのみ。
That's the name of the game? Feast of Reincarnation?
お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
So she has like plant magic? That's pretty cool. I like the premise. I'm not so sure about the gameplay yet. Sour Uranium, good to see you here. Welcome back. Good to have you on the stream. 4,026. We made it further than you thought.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine. Because they sweep their filth down to us.
Get your paper in! Who's for a paper?
Avalon.
Here's to playing in the mud. Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
It ain't for the spineless.
Keep your filthy pickers off me!
And it sure as shite ain't for the
pissed
decent.
off doll.
Sweep for what
Oh, so rude.
There has been a crime! Justice itself has been affronted! I have been burgled!
Lord Griswick.
Bertold!
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
They were,
Trust your instincts, sir.
tall,
Yes, sir.
built rather slim, well, muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
With a mustache. No, larger.
I see.
Quite fashionable.
So this is like
That's
a
the
detective
fiend who
kind of
walked
game?
me.
They got my good side this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first.
Dude, his
and
beard is
him
crazy.
Never.
Up
Got
like
it?
that?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy! I say I'm touchy!
There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol?
Got him with the candlestick.
Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Oh my god.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no! I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing pan of peaches!
You'd either got a gang at your back or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
This looks
They just
really
want us
unique.
Beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him!
That's why it pays to be clever and well-armed.
Oh, you can customize the crap out of these.
Let's go and end a few arguments.
That's cool. I like that.
Don't
Shock
get
bombs.
cocky. They've got a weapon far worse. Time. And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now
So some
I can
kind of
fiddle
time
with
travel element?
Put the bullet back in the barrel.
Oh, that's cool.
Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened.
That's cool.
We can change the world as we know it. One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell you, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
Throw down turrets. I wish it were third person, but it looks really cool. Clockwork Revolution.
Now let me alone
Coming in
and
due time.
piss off!
Fair enough. That does look cool. The gameplay looks a little bit like it's kind of rough.
Our creative teams
But
are
they have
dedicated
time.
to bringing players award-winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom, The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams across Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make.
What
So, of
studio
course,
was it that's
our
doing
games will
Clockwork
be
Revolution?
available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and brought millions of players
Minecraft
into
movie?
the game.
I didn't even hear about that.
We have more projects in the works as gaming continues to influence film and television like never before. When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other. From launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great games, and they have a third game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our
Really?
Direct, but until then, let's take a look.
Oh no!
World
never mind.
premiere.
They don't do Outer Worlds, right?
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast! With new flexible legs, the yoke girth action figure can ride anything!
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
1990s throwback? Is that what we're doing?
You gotta keep them separated.
Get shrunk. Again. Is it a co-op? Norma, yeah, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids as a game. Pretty much. Yeah, Twinge, there was another Tiny People game at Summer Game Fest, wasn't there? Or maybe that was the State of Play. Grounded. I never played the first one. It is co-op. Play everything day one.
The predecessor, ND3500, reached. Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
I have encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area is highly unusual.
Okay, not for me.
They become exceptionally aggressive.
Highly recommended to proceed with caution.
Nightmare fuel.
They seem to act more consistently, in coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
Oh.
Such is our calling.
I can't do horror games, man.
Such is our calling.
Chronos. The New Dawn. Well, if you're into horror games, that looks like it could be interesting. BB, you're heading out. Thanks for being here for a bit. We'll see you later. Another Bethesda, huh? Oh, kitty. Elder Scrolls Online? Did this get like a big visual update at some point? I don't remember it looking like this. I like dabbled with Elder Scrolls Online early on, but Never really stuck with it. This little cat's got a mohawk. Little baby mohawk. Season of the Worm Cult. I don't think most people here are into Elder Scrolls Online, but hopefully that's cool for the people that are.
World premiere.
Too many trolls at the beginning, High Kick? Never went back. Yeah. I'd like to see the next main series Elder Scrolls game.
Code 1 to mission control, we're falling! Thomas, the ship's breaking apart! There's no time! Evacuate, now! Thomas, come in!
Oof. Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world, to save mankind. And I'll always love you for that.
Don't nod, really? These guys are ready with another game already? Boom. Does her badge say ESA? European Space Agency?
Thomas, wherever you are,
Aphelion?
I'll find you.
Aphelion? It's cool, but is it just traversal? Dude found a slaughter spine. Not a good day. Oh, it's actually in collaboration with the European Space Agency. That's pretty cool. 2026.
World premiere.
World premiere.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations.
Did he leave
Much
that kitty?
like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand, a hotel famous across the land. Every room used to be in such high demand.
Do you have to like restore the hotel?
Your wish I'll command here at the Grand.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
A renovation gun. Oh man. That does look satisfying though, doesn't it?
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man.
I think my wife would love this. Just like cleaning things up and organizing them.
Suspect a thing.
Renovating.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really
This
up
is
to.
right up her alley.
Because if they find out, they will Wicker Man your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking back. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place, the only one you can really trust is me.
Oh, the cat talks? The cat. Okay, there's a dark twist here. A little bit. There are no ghosts at the Grand. Is that the full name of the game? That's super long. So there definitely are ghosts at the Grand.
There are as many gods in the world as there are stars in the heavens. And when we need their help, they send us a hero. Who would have guessed the defender of my homeland would be my daughter?
She unlocked the heavenly spear, but is she worthy?
I feel like I've seen this before. Maybe not. Maybe not. Is this a live service game? Oh, Age of Mythology. Okay.
You can't
I was gonna
rule
say.
if the heavenly spear is mine.
I was like, I feel like I've seen this. Is that supposed to be an R on the end?
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가? 만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까? 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐.
I don't recognize this.
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가? 당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가?
Looks like you can play as different characters.
누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다. 지정태.
Whoa, that's a cool suit. Mundang Two Hearts? That's the name of the game. I don't think it's for me, but that looks interesting.
World premiere.
World premiere after world premiere, man.
E ora olaiem loite fativi. Novo. Te quemaite mana.
Whoa.
Muite
Cages on the bottom? So alien abductions?
Novo tua libemo iwa lotaname. Ona utalima di efema. Monami. Toma tua calio, terali.
Swimming underwater? That's cool. Oh, continues. I'm not familiar with this either. That was a cool little, like, underwater pod. Hide the machines. Yeah, Kelly, it seems like it's a sequel, but I don't know what the first game was. Magic Kitty? Planet of Lana 2. I've never heard of Planet of Lana. It looks kind of neat, though. Did anyone play the first one? Anybody here? Another Bethesda. Something Fallout here.
Well, hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say? When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity.
Oh, God.
Yes, you'll find
Fallout
fish
fishing.
of all flavors in every walk of waterway, from its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards.
When your bobber starts bobbing?
What do you got on there, Jed? Worms! And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish
I would not
starts
eat
with
that.
finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea.
A Fallout fishing game. Is that
And
what
when
this
you've caught
is?
your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails. Can you smell that? No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is
just,
your
like,
ticket
licked
to
it for no
easy
reason.
living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden.
Oh, a little bit of farming.
And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout.
Yeah, maybe this is an expansion for Fallout
Community
76?
makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
Gone Fission. Yeah, it is an expansion. Get it? Gone Fission instead of Gone Fission.
World premiere.
Is this Persona? No. That shield enemy at the beginning looked a lot like the one in Expedition 33. Unleash Your Son loves Fallout. Looks like a good expansion for him then. I haven't played a Fallout game in a long time. Solo Leveling. Kind of a weird name.
World
premiere. It's Silk Song. I feel like they've got to do it. They teased it pretty hard at the beginning. Oh boy. Tide Rippers. You can play as the little creatures? Come on, that's kind of cool. How much you want to bet it gets sued by Nintendo? This is too much like Pokemon. Definitely getting sued by Nintendo. Not that they should. Man, if I was a 8-year-old girl, I think I'd be all over that. Wolf, I think I missed you coming in. Welcome to the stream. Solo Leveling is the granddaddy of
Tony Hawk
Korean
Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago.
Tony Hawk is here?
These games have changed my life. But more than that, I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world. And that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to detail, with some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Wolf, Tony Hawk was old when you were young. Kind of the same for me too. It's kind of cool they're remastering this though. When I was a kid, I feel like Tony Hawk was like in his 20s or 30s maybe.
Watch it, mate.
It was kind of like the height of his career when I was like a little kid. Is that a Ninja Turtle? Were there Ninja Turtles in the original games?
Oh, gnarly!
Ride the Chainsaw? July 11th. Voodoo, if you're gonna double down on 80s nostalgia, you gotta have Ninja Turtles.
World
yeah, that's
premiere.
true. That's true. Interesting. I've never heard of Spiritfarer. two different characters? One of them has brown hair and one of them has white hair. Sisters, okay. Her hair color just changed. Oh, a sword made of his own spine blood. Tidbits, thank you for the gift of membership. Appreciate it. I'm not sure when I'd get around to playing this, but it does look kind of cool. At Fate's End. That'll be one I add to my list that I probably don't get to for like years. Gears of War on PlayStation. Yeah, see, they're bringing all their stuff to PlayStation now. Crossplay. That's definitely the right move.
Think you can still find your way back home, Phoenix?
Get more players involved. It said cross progression too.
Looks like they upgraded.
120 FPS multiplayer.
How's your baby? Let's do this. This is gonna be awesome. Form up!
PS5. Not for me, but I think that's the right move from like a business standpoint. I'm not sure how long it's supposed to be unleashed, but I thought like an hour, and then they were going to do the Outer Worlds. Doug, any word on Horizon 3? No. I think the next chance we have for some Horizon news would be September. Sony always does a PlayStation event in September. We have a dedicated one in July for Ghost of Yota. And then they never do anything in August. So I think September's our next chance. So like 3 months. Voodoo? Yeah, Horizon 3's. Horizon 3's probably like best case scenario 2027. That'd be the earliest. But I honestly think 2028's more likely. Since they need to get the Horizon Online project out
League
first.
is always there. But you won't see us.
It could be like a PS6 launch.
You won't hear us. And the only way you'd ever know
And at this point, I think
is if that's what we wanted.
if they announce the online project in September, which I really
As
hope they do,
smugglers, we deal in the goods others
it's
are
not
afraid
launching
to
this year.
handle.
At this point, it's
Guns,
definitely not launching
explosives,
this year.
And don't
So
forget the rum.
I think
It's a life of
2026.
danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
Pirate game.
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the boom, the better.
Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune. Stealing, of course, is always an option. Just do whatever it takes to
Are
get
they
the
explosive
job done.
barrels? Is that an idea?
You are pirates, after all.
Or is it rum?
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League.
I think it's rum. They've got to always be after rum, right? You think so too,
You're
Wolf?
paying for that.
What did it say? Sea of Thieves something?
World premiere.
What? World fucking premiere.
This is ridiculous. Please, come on.
Ouch. Looked like it. Oh. Everybody's just blowing up.
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
Youch. You gonna survive that, dude?
You'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I'm
invincible.
I trusted you.
It's a fighting game, though. Man, the fighting game crowd's getting some cool ones, though. With that Marvel one from the State of Play. This looks pretty cool for them, too.
Alright, coming through!
Let's do this!
Gotcha!
This year is like the year of like fighting games and horror games.
Might want to look up.
See how you like this?
Unfortunately, neither of those is really for me.
I am ending you! I see it all now.
Invincible Versus 2026. Voodoo, the PlayStation fighting stick. Yeah, that was a really cool piece of hardware. And it's cool they're launching it. You know, I'm sure the intent is to launch it. Oh, Squeenix. With that Marvel game. Is this the third one? Oh, okay, it's just remake, integrate, coming to Xbox. Final Fantasy 16. That was really good. So they're bringing all the Final Fantasy stuff to Xbox. Voodoo, I think Integrate is just like the kind of like a complete edition or something. And I think they upgraded the graphics, if I'm not mistaken.
But she may yet be saved by you.
Available today. Final Fantasy 16. That was a good game. Really good game.
World premiere.
Double Fine. Felt like a big tentacle was going to come out of that or something. Okay. Okay. Lighthouse spider? You play as the lighthouse? What? Just hung the little life ring on there? Man, talk about a unique premise. You play as a lighthouse with a bird friend. Oh, that can lift you up. That's cool. Keeper. That's a good name for it. That actually looks kind of interesting.
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences, and Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe. Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights
What's the
with
one more
Clockwork
thing?
Revolution. Sluggerfly, making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into 3D. Square Enix, bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld, which lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at the Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. Thanks for joining us today.
Also Grounded, huh?
But before we get into the Direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
What you got, Phil?
World premiere.
Little butterfly.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, Follow me. You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Higgins, CEO of the Guild.
Inception shot. I like this butterfly.
Fear is a powerful thing.
Okay.
David Mason. Menendez.
What did he say? This is Call of Duty? Black Ops 7? I am not familiar enough with Call of Duty to have saw that coming. Dude, I know somebody who's going to be really excited for this. I think. I'm interested in trying that out, to be honest with you. I'm not a big COD person, but that looked cool. Is this the Outer Worlds segment now? Sour uranium? Yeah, it looked like new zombies to me.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. We here at the studio have joked around that this has been the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this year and now ending the year with 2 more games. And what better way to cap this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best, sequels.
That's where I come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you so much. No, you're doing great. You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel...
Tidbits.
That's what makes it worth remembering.
Thank you for the gifted membership.
No sequel, no
Another
hoverboard.
one.
No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel, no raccoon tail. No sequel, no Zune 2. Which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
Zune 2? Oh my god.
There was a Zune 2. I'm Mark.
I had a Zune,
sequels here at
guys.
Obsidian. And
It
I
was
have sequelized
honestly pretty cool.
everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games to my first marriage. So trust me, I know what I'm doing. Come along on this journey with me. Part 2.
Part 2.
Let the killing commence.
You had a Zune high kick? Yeah, me too. I think I had 2 of them actually.
Worlds 2 is a sequel to The Outer Worlds 1. It's a continuation of the themes of Robert Bairns in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're told by the people who have power over them. This time we're able to go a lot deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing, and we're able to make it a much more true Obsidian reactive RPG than we were the first time around. So we're going deeper and more complex with everything for this sequel. Deeper story, lore, RPG interactions, reactivity, all the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full
Subi,
sequel
will I stream the
for a
PC
world
gaming
that I
show
helped
too?
co-create.
That's coming up
really
right
just
after
a
this,
fantastic
right?
opportunity to explore and expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so no matter what kind of playstyle that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG.
Are there any big games we're
Interesting
expecting to see
characters,
there?
deep worlds, important choices. In the Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our new, bigger worlds.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create. We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different abilities. In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or
Have any of you
space
guys
sky
played
marshals.
the first Outer Worlds?
They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Directorate. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that you're a roustabout and you just had nothing better to do.
A roustabout?
After you pick your background, one of the really important choices you have next is choosing your traits. While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into traits for the Outer Worlds 2, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick. So it could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back Dumb, so players love the Dumb option.
Tell me, do you believe in signs? Not quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for boundaries. I could put your adventurous spirit to good use.
You get like lots of really cool, fun conversation options in the game, but we took that even further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something. Could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work.
Yeah, I'm not super interested in Outer Worlds.
After you've invested in some of your traits, your next choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty.
There's elements of the gameplay
Throughout
here
your
that
entire journey,
is
your
really
character
cool to me,
continues
though.
to change with the different choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1, actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, they'll be very familiar with like the perk system. We basically borrowed that, but went even grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did. But here's the cool thing, right? We check and use perks for literally everything, right? So you can do everything from, hey, I want to make a stealthy build that steals stuff and is really good at that. Okay, great. Well, you can take maybe the pickpocketing perk. So that's not available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually go around and steal things out of people's pockets.
That's kind of cool.
There's another perk called heavy-handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Oh man, I really like the serial killer perk. As you start killing people, they will drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking these trophies, you could say, and it's actually giving you a permanent health bonus every time you do it. We have this perk called Assassin. Now, this is an early game
OP,
perk that you can take, which every time you stealth attack an enemy, you're actually going to get a movement bonus for a certain amount of time.
That's a cool perk. Time slowdown on the second one.
Flaws were a system that everybody loved from the first game, but we wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing the game and give you a bonus that you actually wanted to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger, better, and more real than ever before. So, we turned to the team. And I told them, no bad ideas. Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You got bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing?
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
Claire. Yeah, you shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny crimes?
Tiny
Do you hear the
crimes.
second part, though? It's a crime.
Well,
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person. And are you the one that took my stapler?
do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back.
Okay.
Please. You, what do we got? Flaw.
I like to stare at the sun.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
An hour.
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
I get an hour.
An hour.
Oh. Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers am I holding up?
3?
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. It will actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is, anytime you stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
That's a funny balancing mechanic.
This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
One of our more wacky perks is the Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes, and makes the
that'd
game
be really
pretty
annoying.
unplayable if you happen to choose that perk.
Why would you
If you
choose it
happen to
then?
be the type of player that habitually reloads your weapons like I do, well, you'll be offered the flaw of over-prepared.
High kick, it's your life.
Now, you'll get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons.
You stare at the
but
sun.
if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're going to take a debuff for a while.
You're a sun gazer.
While we support options like being a gunslinger who wants to key into destructive weapons, or a rogue who wants to
Add 2
alpha
more
strike their
decades.
enemies before they know what hit them, we also allow for a lot of fun and experimental builds. You can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky science weapons and armors. Or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
Nothing
Oh,
shows the
nice.
impact of these character build options better than, in my opinion,
Oh,
the
the
bridge
popping
area,
knees.
which has a
Gotcha.
quest you get early on in Paradise Island. Not only do you kind of encounter this very early, and it's a very
Popping knees was
core
too
one to
real,
the
Black
story,
Box.
but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways. So you may solve it by, speech options. You may talk to them and maybe have to go do a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the Protectorate to get by.
I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across.
Well, apparently, since you have bad knees, that means you can sneak around better.
You could sneak in, lower the bridge, and then actually sneak in under the bridge to get over to the other side.
You do like sneaking, Black Box?
You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way.
Always love a double jump.
There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. The companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than DeVries if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
I must admit I'm surprised we could come to an understanding. But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
It's such a fun quest, but again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony. This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want. Any ideas or setting we're interested in. Arcadia is an isolated colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury. For Protectorate subjects, unfortunately, that answer is everything. The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other. The Order of the Ascendant is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same goal of solving the universal equation, which will allow them to predict and alter the future to the benefit of all mankind. They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses. The player's been sent to Arcadia as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals. The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies. In addition to expanding the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity.
A new Discord role for
merger between
Wrinkly
Anti-Cleo
Ninja.
And Spacer's Choice from the original game, and there are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to liberate their resources for all of humanity, at a profit, of course.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas
or should it be
is the radio
Raisin
system.
Ninja?
It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that. So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions. You also have a ton of music. Each station might have, like, I think 20 tracks of unique music that we've made for it. It's a lot of stuff. But the really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks, if you listen to the Protectorate radio station, they're going to be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility, strongly believed to be caused by Anti's choice malefactors, have been corrected.
Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure like the idea of all those broken auto mechanicals and all the excessive gasping and choking involved.
The factions and companions are great examples of how we're going deeper and more complex this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds, and like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth Directorate agent like you, and he's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol's part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help.
In the game.
There's also a cultist named Azza, who is part of a sub-faction that worships the rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Auntie's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work and most of them are now dead. There's a combat medic who survived, however, named Inez, and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among other things. Finally, there's Tristan. He's a protected arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily armored package. It is your choice to either help him judge wrongdoers or show him what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you've not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
I didn't know that.
Companions are a very, very important part of merchandising, because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch, baby. It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check this out. Gen Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason, right? Who needs a significant other when you can have a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little snuggling, maybe a little nut.
Oh my god.
The visuals of the first Outer Worlds depicted a frontier colony in space. The Outer Worlds 2 is driven by an invasion of the Arcadia colony system by Auntie's Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting in space. That evolution is seen across all aspects of the game, starting with the factions. How do you militarize everything, including extreme capitalists or math-crazed scientists? In a World War I setting, war comes with propaganda. The Sovereign uses it to maintain control, Auntie's Choice uses it to help their bottom line, the Order just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan. We want players to feel like Arcadia is a living, breathing place.
I feel like games like this really underscore for me how,
Fairfield, one of the first towns you encounter, was once under protectorate
it's
control,
really important for
but
me
has
to
recently
have...
been taken over by
Did we
Auntie's
lose
Choice.
The
they don't just
YouTube
occupy
chat?
the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting buildings, posting guards, and adding propaganda-based holograms featuring Auntie and the Moon Man.
YouTube chat.
Showing the towns evolving after the invasion helps us push immersion for our players. One of our priorities in visually realizing the world of the Outer Worlds 2 was making sure everything is clear and recognizable from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each faction has a particular look and design. So when the players run across these vast, different environments and landscapes, they're recognizing the motifs and visuals of who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses throughout the story. The first Outer Worlds was really about player interfacing with corporations. And while we have that in the Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the world, like government entities or religious structures. And then we elaborate on those.
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump, mantle and parkour your way through all of the nooks and crannies of these worlds. It really allows the player to just explore
weird though, because
and have
tidbits
fun,
like your last
really
gifted
cool stuff.
membership came through. But not people's chat messages. I don't know why.
We've aimed to make everything in the Outer Worlds 2 better from top to bottom. The RPG elements were the start, but that's touched our story, our art, and especially our gameplay.
But
a
what I
good
was
sequel
saying is, like, I
true
feel
to
like
the
games
original.
like The Outer Worlds
That's first
here,
and foremost, right? Like we all want
for
to
me,
add in a
underscore
bunch
how
of
important
things
it
as
is
you're
to
making a
have,
sequel,
like,
right?
a
We want to make it bigger and better in
really
every
good
way.
narrative.
That's what we were trying to do here.
That's
And
kind
I
of what
thought
hooks me.
we did not need this consultant. We've made enough sequels. We understand how to do this, and I will say, I don't think it's been entirely successful.
I am very proud of the combat improvements we have made in The Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good. Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark, I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin?
The head
You're
of
thinking,
sequels.
what's C for? C, capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're going to take those people, we're going to make them buy the sequel, giving out pounds.
This guy
Pounds,
really
pounds.
played
Quick,
this
quick, ha, not
role
you,
really
Dad.
well.
Here we go. What comes after C? O. Optimize for player satisfaction. I am terrified of online gamers, okay? I want to make them happy. So let's, okay? All right. Mobilize the players so they're ready for that sweet pre-order. Clap with me. Sweet. If you don't have rhythm, Brandon, just say it. Sweet pre-order. Everybody has a different rhythm, and it's blowing mine. And here we go. B.
It's blowing
burglarize. What is this? It's basically just finding new ways to loot dead bodies. You know what I mean? Right, Otis? Okay, well, it's a big part of the game. A, you gotta agonize about how many people are gonna be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all. We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us? Huh? We can't have one love story in this? How many people have been in love? Raise your hands. Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Put your hand down. What? T, toi. In French, that means two, sequel.
I think that means 3.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Come on, Claire. We're on 2. And how do we end it? Anything is possible. And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For The Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon. We've increased the variety of weapons by including new weapon types, but also through a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Burst Blaster that fires out tumors that can explode like grenades, or can even be eaten by the player for additional health. We have a weapon called Rookie's Reward that will actually level up the more you use it throughout the game. And every time it levels up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's
That's
got
cool.
a fun little setup. We have a really fun weapon called the Pop-Up Gun. It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate
See,
ads,
cool gear and
slogans,
weapons gets me
jingles.
too, but
While your enemies
I
are
just want that
distracted,
story
you
to
can
like
focus fire on
underpin
them
the whole
or
thing.
explode these drones for additional damage.
And there's
New
cool
to the Outer
world
Worlds
building
2
here,
are
but
throwables. So you can use frag
I don't
grenades
think
to
there's really
flush
a
out
strong
enemies,
narrative.
smoke grenades to camouflage and escape, distraction devices to bait enemies into a stealth attack, and even science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them while
That's
they float helplessly.
actually really cool. Science grenades.
And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the Shrink Ray. This time it's been upgraded so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a sprat. And
It's,
run
yeah,
over
I don't
them,
think the game really
exploding
has
them
a
into bits.
story to it either.
The Shrink
It's
Ray.
got like a
that was probably my favorite one
a
from the first game, so we
backstory.
brought it into the second game.
And a world
but we
narrative.
improved it though. So instead of shrinking your enemies for a short period of time and having them
your
re-expand,
character
this
doesn't have a
time they
narrative.
stay shrunk. And we actually added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies. They wanted to kick them. So we made sure to double down on that stuff.
In addition to
does look
things like our
satisfying.
returning favorites, we also have some really
The
fun
first
and
game had a
unique
decent
new
story, Kelly?
science weapons.
You've played it?
One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover all kinds of different things.
Yeah, black box.
And
I wish there was a way
they
to
will
play it
continue to
third
just
person.
hit them until they get destroyed.
Oh, it's
And
a
we
bad
have
way to
another
go.
one that's just super cool called the Spectrum Dance Saber.
Not in the
This
way
is a
Horizon
melee
or
weapon
Claire
that
Obscure
actually
do.
lets you
Yeah.
attack to a musical beat. And if you continue
That's
to do
cool.
that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit you do.
That's actually
One of my
really
personal
cool.
favorite weapons is called the Big Bang. It's just a big freaking gun that uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy, vaporizing everything in its path. Now, ammo's extremely rare for this weapon, but you can use it in just the right situation to devastating effects.
Like another great one is Gary. If you wear Gary, he will lash out at your
Gary?
opponents as you're walking through combat. So we even have
Oh,
science
God.
armors, and we've really kind of shown off what we thought was really great for the player from a science perspective.
We're all about letting people play the game their way. There are some players who prefer to be immersed in a first-person view, taking in all of the details. But there are others who really prefer to take the world in from a third-person perspective. Why not allow both? Well, now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience in whatever way you like. One of the things I really like about having the
played
third-person
Outer
mode
Worlds,
is
Kelly?
being able to see all of the fun
Writing
and
was
unique
really actually
armors and
great.
armor combinations and weapons
It's more
that you
in the
can
moment.
equip
The
your
character
player
writing
with.
and dialogue built in are fantastic.
All of the actions that you could do in first person, so you're double
Okay.
jumping around, you get to see your character in that way. And you get
Just
to
doesn't
take
have
in
the
the
same
world
overall,
and
like,
see things in a different light.
Maybe I should give it a try.
The Outer Worlds 2 is really the biggest game we've ever made. Bigger choices, more reactivity, more weapons, more things to find in each of the worlds the players can visit. The team has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life. And we can't wait for you to play it.
Even though we've always been a multi-project studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year. It feels amazing
Yeah,
to
that's
do. We're
wild.
so excited for more people to be playing our games. It is truly an exciting time here at Obsidian. We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on
Looks like a
franchises
cool
that
watch.
we've created, and we have no plans to slow down. We hope you all continue to come along with us as we do what we do best, make your worlds your way.
Tidbits, no, they didn't even give a release window for The Expanse. They didn't even give like a year, unfortunately. Which probably means like 2027. Yeah, maybe I should dive in and try the Outer Worlds 1.
With the Outer Worlds 2, we're all about the best place to play, which is also the promise of Xbox. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these
Here we
beautiful
go.
holes. Let's cut that. You could play the Outer
my
Worlds 2
God.
on this Xbox. Oh yeah, now that's Microsoft. Or you could take a phone call on this Xbox, then play the Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing the Outer Worlds. Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it takes 2 people to lug around safely. We're gonna go up to my apartment, okay? And this is an Xbox you actually wear that also plays the Outer Worlds 2.
Oh,
What do you
really?
think, Claire?
This is amazing.
Are you playing?
I think so.
Fantastic. So now this is actually not an Xbox, so you cannot play the Outer Worlds 2 on it. Can't play anything on this. I guess Bread. You ever play Bread where you take it out of one slot, put it in the other? I don't have friends. If you pre-order the premium edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or is launch the sequel to the pre-order, or like, why are any of us alive at any time? It doesn't matter. Either way, my job here is done. It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the Direct, which is sort of like the sequel to the Outer Worlds 2 portion of the Direct, which I absolutely just hit a home run with. You know, it's really nice to see my influence go on to other games. Take it away, team. And big exit.
This is like a well-produced show, though. This whole showcase. I wish PlayStation would do a little bit more of, you know, having a host like that. And getting a little more creative
We're so proud
with it.
of Grounded. What started as a small passion project to make a quirky game where you're
Yeah,
shrunk
what
down
happened
to
to
the size of an
Soapsong?
ant,
We didn't get
trying to survive
Soapsong?
in a backyard, grew into something way bigger than we ever imagined. Over 25 million of you jumped in, explored,
built,
Yeah, Kelly, they
crafted,
do.
and fought off giant bugs
Definitely
together.
a bang-up job.
Y'all helped make the entire experience very special to us. The team's been cooking up a ton for Grounded 2, and we're so excited to talk about it. I had to grease some palms to steal a bit of time from the direct to give you a deeper look. There were so many possibilities and ideas that didn't make it into the first game, so with the sequel, we have the chance to dream bigger. To achieve those dreams, we partnered with the amazing folks at Eidos Montreal. Together, we're taking Grounded from the backyard to an
Kind of
even
surprised we
larger
haven't seen
world,
another Horizon
the
comic
Brook
yet,
Hollow
Voodoo?
Community Park.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if they plan to do more of those.
When we started working on Grounded 2, we knew that we
When
wanted
did
to
they
make a bigger
release those
world.
relative
Fortunately
to
for
Zero
us,
Dawn and Forbidden West?
Eidos Montreal became our main partner on developing Grounded 2. They have a lot of similarities to the sorts of things that are important to us at Obsidian. They tend to make very narratively strong games. They make games with really deep characters and great character progression. They make games with great gameplay.
Everyone at Eidos Montreal is thrilled and honored to be working with Obsidian Entertainment. Our two studios share a lot of DNA. The same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences, player communities, and doing justice to great IPs and great franchises. The fact that we're the first partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise.
Cole, wasn't it in the lead up to
we're an
Forbidden
important
West
part
launch?
of their history.
Yeah, I think so.
The events of Grounded 2 take
And
place
that's a
2
good
years
point.
after
They
the first
probably
game.
can't
The same
really
4
do comics
teenagers are
until they nail
returning.
down what
So
the
there's
story is
Max,
for Horizon 3.
Hoops,
which maybe they haven't
Willow,
done yet.
And Pete.
They're a couple years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different, but we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s. In Grounded 2, we're moving the action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to and what they've been through.
The park overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard, and our initial starting area is actually the same size as the entire backyard from the first Grounded. The reason we
way
wanted
bigger.
to move into a park wasn't just to create a bigger world, but was to give us the
Unlit,
opportunity
you don't like this art
to
style?
explore the community of Brook
Yeah, it's
Hollow
different.
and what secrets have they been hiding.
I think it looks good.
What we
I mean, it's not my
love
preferred
and what we're
art
excited
style,
about in
but-
terms of the park is the opportunity to create environments and landmarks that are mundane at normal size, but are colossal wonders when you're the size of an ant. Everything from a giant trash
Maybe we'll
can
hop over to the
a
PC
community
gaming
picnic table or a
showcase.
snack bar.
In about 15
All of
minutes.
these areas come to life in a brand new way.
Part of the fun in Grounded 2 is that the park was evacuated really quickly right before our teens were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state. And that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore. One of my favorite examples of this is the ice cream cart. In all the commotion,
all that wasted
the
ice cream.
vendor's cart has been knocked over and its contents have spilled out into the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers
I love
is that
ice
they'll be able to explore this frozen cave
It's hot out
of
today. Maybe I'll go
interesting
get some ice cream.
challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
Tidbits, are there any more game events upcoming? Well, there's the PC
one
gaming
anthill
showcase right
that's
in about
actually
13
somebody
minutes. I think we'll just
decided
hop over there and
bury
check
a
it
bunch
out.
of toxic stuff in
So
the
there's
park.
that one.
And so there's all these toxic chemicals under the ground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools. And of course, nothing can live down there except for one type of insect, the cockroach.
The cockroach.
We are oftentimes reinventing environments, and in future updates, you're going to see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better, we also knew we wanted to add a new layer of strategy. The
Spiders.
changes that we've made aren't limited to tuning animations or adjusting attack or defense numbers or making characters or
I
insects
still think
move
we need a
faster or
spider
slower.
and a
But we
praying
did all that
mantis
too,
machine
but there's
in
also
Horizon.
an entire sort of
think
rock,
they gotta do
paper,
it.
scissors strategy involving light attacks, heavy attacks,
You're able to, like,
and blocking.
blast off, tear off the legs on the
We've
spiders.
also added dashing as a
so they
new
can't
way to
walk
both
anymore.
get out of danger quickly
That'd be
or
cool.
jump in for a quick attack. And almost all the
Scorpion
insects in
machine.
the game will have these abilities now too. Sort of like a chess match, but one that's super frenetic, looks super cool, and is ultimately just a ton of fun.
The corruptors
We're
are
leaning
pretty
into
much
clear
scorpions.
play
but-
styles for tanky warriors, low defense, high damage rogues, effect wielding mages,
Oh,
and
voodoo.
ranged hunters.
Remove the head from a praying mantis machine and it keeps going.
In the first Grounded, we have
That'd be
mutations, and there were
crazy.
weapons and armors that
Creepy,
favored
but
different
really
play
cool,
styles.
too.
In Grounded 2, not only will there be passive mutations, but there will also be active mutations.
The moose machine. Man,
And a lot of those
I should have
mutations
asked
support
Honest
these
while he was here
archetypes.
the other
My
day.
favorite way to play pretty much
He had a really
any
good
game
name for the
is
moose
chasing
machine.
after those game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what we're doing with archetypes in Grounded 2.
Moose and beaver.
I'm all in on the rogue. Now, you can even dual wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin, and cardiofan mutations with the wolfbane daggers and the wolf spider armor. It lets me open up combat with massive backstab damage that also inflicts venom. Then, I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what
cool.
wild
Sounds like there's
combos
some
the
build
community comes
potential.
up with, and what they inevitably
Oh,
break
Schwino
once they
and
get their
electric
hands
eel?
on the archetype system.
That's a good
It's
idea.
going to be awesome watching
I
it
like that.
evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
One of the great things
Yeah,
about
JS, they
Grounded
said
is the variety
Silksong
of
would be
players it
available for
attracts,
launch with the
from
ROG
builders
Ally,
to crafters
which will be
and
out
everything
this
in between.
year.
If you've ever watched me on Casually
means
Grounded live streams,
Silksong
you know that I'm
got to be
neither.
releasing this
I
year, but they didn't show
am
us
a
a trailer
murderer
for it.
of insects. Personally, I prefer the term harvester. I love going out, hitting things, and bringing the materials like insect body parts back to my friends to use. This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
This is actually co-op, right?
We're also trying to make sure that armor and equipment are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends.
Yeah. Maybe you can play it single player, though?
Really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community has been asking for since the very first
Justin,
Grounded
the
release.
The Nintendo Direct
Mounts.
also said 2025 for Silksong.
Our mounts,
Yeah, I'm just
we call them
surprised nobody
buggies,
showed
have an
a
entire suite of
trailer for it
moves
yet.
and have their own special abilities
With all these
and
events.
attacks.
We really wanted the buggies to be an extension of the player in every way
I guess they don't
possible.
really have to market
And
it.
that meant
People
making
are
sure that buggies
there's so
had
much
unique
anticipation
and
for it
valuable
anyway.
abilities across all the core pillars of Grounded. So that doesn't
Maybe
just
we
mean
see that at
exploration
the
and travel.
PlayStation State
that
of Play
has
in
gameplay
September.
implications for combat, crafting, and building as well. Just like how we wanted to expand on player playstyles throughout the game, we're going to make sure that every buggy that we add has its own personality.
The Red Ant
Everybody.
Soldier can enlist up to 2 Red Ant workers to follow you around and help you out. If you get into combat and you don't want to fight while you're saddled on your buggy, you can jump off and they'll fight right alongside you and provide
They
support.
call the bugs you can ride
The Orb
buggies.
Weaver buggies are a little less useful when it comes to general
that's
utility, like building a base or harvesting, but they're awesome when it comes to combat. Sure, their defenses aren't super strong, but they're heavy hitters. They're also super fast and they have some great special abilities, like a scream that allows them to stun lesser powered insects, and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So
That's
the
pretty
Orb
cool.
Weavers won't be your base building buggy. You should use the Red Ant Soldier for that. But they're super fun for exploration and combat.
Silksong is the
Red
Hollow
Ant
Knight
Soldiers
sequel.
and Orb Weaver Spiders will be available at game preview launch. There will be others in the future, but those are the 2 we're starting with. The connection that our Grounded community has with us is something we want
Lots
to keep
of
forging with the
Sharpies.
sequel
I love
as
a
we
good
make
stack
an
of
even bigger
Sharpies.
game than the original.
Pretty much from day one, we knew we wanted to return to game preview for Grounded 2. Sure.
Isn't
comes
it
with
like
some
anytime you
trade-offs,
really
like
need a good
the
Sharpie,
game's not done and it's
you
out
can't
to the
find
world.
one that's not
But
dried
there's
out.
so much value in building it alongside
That's what
the
happens for me
community.
anyway.
Buggies change how you traverse and navigate the park. What we're doing with Grounded 2 is we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy experience and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback
had
loop
zip lines in the
shaped the original Grounded, and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies, all of it. We also learned a lot from that first time around. One thing that stood out immediately, players blaze through our content, especially the story. That makes sense. Story, characters, world building, that's kind of Obsidian's thing. It's the flavor we bring to the survival genre. So this time, we're starting with a much bigger baseline.
There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
One of our favorite parts of the first game
Kelly,
was
just
watching
went
the
through your big
community
mug of
uncover
pens.
clues and spin up
Sharpies,
theories.
highlighters.
This time around, we're leaning even more into that.
They're always dried
and
out,
we'll be
right?
keeping a close eye on
Every
what our
time.
players
Every time
discover
you need one.
and how they interpret it. Because
And then you never
know
throw 'em
what
out
might
'cause you're
inspire
like-
us as development moves forward.
Well, at least
We
I
really
don't.
started to hit our
'Cause I'm like,
groove at
maybe
the
I
end
can
of
make use
Grounded
of this
1.
somehow, or
We
bring it
found
back
that
to
being
life
open
somehow.
about what we were planning and then following through
But you
was
never
key to building trust with the community. As a small team, we had to experiment with update pacing and scope, and what we found resonated the most with all of you were bigger, beefier updates, even if it took us a little longer to land. So that's the plan. Larger, more complete updates spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count. You can expect
Sounds
in our
like they're
big updates,
taking a
new
lot of
buggies,
lessons
new
learned from the
biomes,
first
new
game.
building pieces, all the good stuff. And we're launching with a public roadmap so everyone knows what to be excited about in the future.
All of us at Obsidian Entertainment and IDOS Montreal are super excited about how close we are to letting all of you players get shrunk a second time and explore the all-new park on buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an entirely new feel awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
Your first time getting tiny. Oh, Kitty Dad, yeah. If you like platformers, you should definitely check out Hollow Knight. Definitely. It's not, I wouldn't call it a pure platformer, but there's a lot of platforming in it. And it kind of plays that way. It does play that way. All right. Let's pop over to the, so that's July 29th. PC Gaming Showcase.
We have been
PC Gaming Show. Yeah, that COD game actually piqued my interest.
The main ones would be competitive shooters, competitive FPS games, your Counter-Strikes and your
Only
Valorants
1080p
and
PC
racing
gamer?
games and stuff like that. For example, Hall Effect allows such quick reactions on that front if you've got the fast fingers for it.
Building your own PC for the first time, or even the 10th time, can be a little intimidating, but we're always here to help. Let's head over to our workshop's build center to meet PC Gamer's managing editor
So
of
we've got a
hardware, Jacob Ridley. and see
3:45
what he
countdown
cooked
till
up
the
for
show
us.
actually
Hello,
starts.
Jacob.
Oh, hi, Frankie. Great timing. I'm almost done with that special build you requested. It took a lot of work, but I think you're going to be happy with it, especially the particle cannons and plasma railgun.
What? I'm here about a custom PC build.
Are you sure? Let me check the work order. Jacob, please build me an awesome custom PC by June 8th. I'll also need you to build me a mech so I can rain fire.
Do we know what
instructions
games are
down
supposed to be
upon all
shown
my
here
enemies on
that we're
June
excited
9th.
for?
But do the PC first.
I don't know.
Dog, TTYL, Frankie. Blimey, I got the dates mixed up, so you definitely don't need the mech today.
My hair's a little crazy right now.
Power it down.
Okay.
It sure does look cool, though. That giant mech right over there, just off camera.
So expensive looking, isn't it?
It's a real sight to behold. Anyway, don't
Yeah,
worry
it's
about
interesting
having
they did not
built the PC
show
yet, because it just means we can build it together
Silksong
during the show, and
at
then
any of these
give it away
shows.
to one lucky viewer.
It's so
If
fortuitous
it's coming this
how
year,
my
because it's
careless
definitely
mistake
coming
worked
this
out
year,
perfectly.
based on what we've
Before we
seen
get
a
started,
few
though,
different
why
places.
do you think gamers should build their own PCs?
Well, there's lots of reasons. Cost is definitely one because you can absolutely
Turn this
save
audio
money
down a
over
little bit.
pre-built computers by buying parts separately
So
or
maybe, I mean,
yourself. PCs are also one of the
there's
few electronics on the
Gamescom.
line
I guess they
built
could do
at
something
home.
at Gamescom in August.
My Uncle Bertram did.
But the
He
next
worked on it for weeks,
big
but it
public
just
event
turned out to be a cardboard
that would be
box
like a
with
live
some
stream
CDs in it.
is going to be
called it
a PlayStation
PCV.
State of Play, or
And
I
it
guess
stung
it could
us.
be a showcase
It stung all of us.
in September, because they always do one in September. I don't know that they have ever done one in August. And August is like, summer's not really big for gaming usually, so that makes sense. July, we're going to have Ghost of Yote, dedicated State of Play. So obviously we're not going to see, you wouldn't see Silk Song there. I don't think there's any other gaming industry events in July. Yeah, tidbits, Subnautica too. That's another good point. I would have thought at one of these events we would have seen Subnautica too.
On the PC Gaming Show. But first, we've got
So maybe we
one
see
more
games
game
like
show
that
to
at
build our
the
way to the end of our pre-show.
State of Play in
If you're
September,
a fan of
or
unlikely animal friendships,
PlayStation
something
event in
tells
September,
me
whatever it
you'll
ends up
dig the new
being.
trailer for Cappy Castaway.
Got a minute 30 before this one starts. I don't know how long this one's supposed to be. Probably about an hour. Most of them run about an hour. And then the main Summer Game Fest event was 2 hours. I do wish we had a release window for the Expanse game. But it's probably like 2027, since they didn't give us even a year. Voodoo, Subnautica 2 will be in early release forever. Was the first? Did they do that for the first one? Was it in early release for a really long time? I think that's what they announced when they announced it, right? That it was going to be in early release this year. So I guess they're not in a big rush to start marketing it. The first one was, and also Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero's the expansion, right? 30 seconds. We can pop back over here. I like these move transitions that I got set up in OBS. Clean and simple. 10. Oh, are you guys mature? Mature? Kind of quiet.
Hello and welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2025. My name is Sean Day9 Plot, and once again, I am thrilled to be here with you, showing you the latest game trailers, previews, and world-exclusive first looks at what's ahead in the world of PC gaming. But even more importantly, I'm delighted to be joined again by the co-host with the most, Mika Burton.
Thank you, Sean.
Co-host with the
It
most.
is great to be back.
Guys,
on
your
the PC
desk is
Gaming
backwards.
Show,
The
especially
drawer is
since
facing
we're cooking
us.
up something extra special this year. As you can see, Sean and I are broadcasting today's show from a crucible of clandestine accoutrements.
Oh, that's right. Here in our high-tech hardware workshop, we've assembled some of the finest PC gadgetry for some of the world's smoothest secret operators.
Justin, you're heading out?
You know where all the spies get all their coolest toys?
We'll see you later. Thanks for being here for a while.
That double as wall climbing suction cups.
Yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to be seeing at the PC Gaming
We've
Show.
also built a laptop that's a crossbow that's also a blunderbuss, and I'm afraid to touch it. That's how you know it's good.
We made a gamer chair that turns completely invisible thanks to cloaking technology.
Sean, the invisible chair never actually made it out of
Emin,
R&D.
welcome to the stream.
Well, that's what they want you to think.
No, we don't have
We're
any
in the
news on
process of
Horizon
using
3.
every ounce of our high-tech,
And we definitely will
top-secret,
not see it
burn
at this
after reading
event here.
black books engineering at our disposal to build what we call
The Rig. Ooh. The Rig is a top-of-the-line AMD-powered gaming PC, and it could be yours. Because after we
We'll
build
try to
it
get a
here
sense
today,
for what
we
they
will be giving
announce
it away
here.
to one lucky viewer
I don't know if
at
we'll
the
watch
end
the
of
whole
show.
thing.
But that'll happen a bit later.
If they hit us with a
now,
good announcement
let's
early,
kick off the show the PC Gamer
maybe
way,
we'll stick it
with
out.
count 'em, three world premieres.
3 world premieres.
Dahlia, I know you're nervous about going home.
Tidbits. Another one. Thank you.
But you're going to be fine.
Why do
We
they have
don't
their
know the
watermarks
state
so
of the crisis.
far in the corner there?
But a job's a job, right? Get in, get out. Don't get sucked back in. Remember, D, it's just a job.
Ambrosia. Okay. What's the next one? This will probably be a lot of smaller games. This looks kind of cool. Far, far west. Steam only. Yeah, I think pretty much all these games will be Steam only, I would think.
You are already defeated.
The Sword Coast. Neverwinter. All these places
this looks-
will be consumed.
This looks a little bit rough.
They call you the Shard Bearer, a piece of Gith's blade within you. The only one who can help us defeating the King of Shadows.
Bring in the accused.
Did you really think you could keep such
Yeah, I mean, I thought so too. Far, far west looked kind of neat. JS 2010 graphics. Yeah. Does kind of look like that.
None shall stand against us. You cannot stop me.
Oh, there you go. That one's coming to all platforms.
Obsidian's 2006 classic RPG, but it's all new and shiny again. Honestly, I'm calling in sick the day it launches.
Ooh, me too. I think my excuse will be food poisoning.
I was going to go with regular
Voodoo,
poisoning.
the Coder remake is not dead.
I already have so many sworn
Wasn't there
enemies
news
and
that
more
it was
unlabeled
canceled?
bottles in my kitchen, so
Or that it was at
entirely
least like
believable.
You know what?
in
You do
flux?
you, my guy. In the meantime, let's check in with Frankie and
Or
Jacob
in
about...
limbo, maybe would be the better way to say it.
Thanks, Mika. I'm here with PC Gamer's managing editor of hardware, Jacob Ridley, and during today's show, we're going to be building an awesome custom PC. Even better, everyone watching will have a chance to win it for themselves.
This PC will be a gaming powerhouse with an AMD Ryzen 9 9950 X3D, a Gigabyte Radeon RX 9070 XT, plus 32 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator Titanium DDR5 RAM.
We're also throwing in a Corsair K70 Pro keyboard, Asus ROG Swift OLED monitor, and a Corsair Nightsword RGB mouse, all handpicked by Jacob.
We didn't forget a thing. We're even including a mousepad.
That's where your mouse lives, sleeps, and entertains other mice. Let's get to work.
Entertains other mice. Really?
Hey there, PC Gaming
Is that what
Show.
you guys have been doing
Check
at
out
night?
This next trailer is fabulous. Fresh tracks, or I will get to
Half
it.
unit? Yeah, I was wondering that too. They were like,
How do you
yeah, we're
stop
not going to give
that
away a
which
59.
never ends. In the endless, no two journeys unfold the same way. Come, remain by the fire, and hear the tale of Norwind's greatest champion.
A musical. You have to like jump and hit to the beat or the rhythm. Tech Eagle, you have the last generation version
no
of a
one
high-end
I would
AMD
rather die
PC.
alongside than you,
Like
my
a,
champion.
do you mean like a 7000 series or a 5000 series? My gaming PC is a 7800 X3D and a 4090. Dusky, you're heading out. Thanks for being here for a while. We'll see you later. Tech Eagle, 7950 X3D, 7900 XTX, and 96 gigs of 6000 megahertz. It's a lot of RAM, my dude. It's a lot of RAM. Kitty Dad, your PC is a PS5.
Coming up in the show.
Yeah, Voodoo, the NVIDIA shenanigans have been really annoying. I would like to upgrade to a 5090, but I'm not paying anywhere near what they want for those things. That's crazy. Tech Eagle, have you had any issues with your 7950 X3D? I thought about going with that when I built this one, but all those weird things that were going on, at least for a little while, with the, what was it? The cache being split between the two CCDs or whatever. I just decided to go 7800. I mean, if you have a PlayStation account with Horizon Forbidden West and you log into PSN on PC, can you download it on PC? No, you're gonna have to buy the game again on PC, unfortunately. I wish that wasn't the case, but... Tidbits would have had a sweet gaming PC, but then COVID happened. Silicone shortage, bought a house. Yeah. I think that's the better purchase. You can always build a PC later. Stuff's expensive though, man. Housing's expensive. Food's expensive. PC components are expensive. Games are getting pricey. Come on, man. I would put the money into a house over a PC as well. The Frozen Wilds. Don't shoot the foxes. Tidbits, the parts have been sitting in boxes. I know how that goes. I've got all the water cooling components for my gaming PC still that I really need to put that together. I spent a lot of money on those components and I refuse to let them sit in a box forever. Of course, I could always sell them, but I do really want to do the whole custom loop on this thing. I have like a cylindrical reservoir that I want to make it. One of the centerpieces to make it like a Horizon build is I want to make the cylindrical reservoir look like a chill water canister and then do like icy blue coolant so that it looks like chill water. But I'm going to have to like design and 3D print some extra parts to put on there, like the fins that are on each end of the chill water canister. And then I have a little sand blaster gun that I've used for some other projects that I think I'll use to like frost the... I'll have to test it on a piece of plexiglass or something, but I want to frost the acrylic so that it looks like it's frosted.
It's important to celebrate when something
cold.
reinvents itself. Necess overhauls its graphics, gets major updates. It's
For my
beautiful.
motherboard, do a
It's
Thunderjaw
almost as
heart.
beautiful as the rig's Corsair RM1000.
Yeah, I did want to make
fully
some, at least like little
modular
vinyl
ATX
stickers
power supply.
of like
Poetry.
machine
In fact,
components.
the only thing more
like the machine
poetic
component
is
icons to
a
stick around.
perfectly executed heist set
Put
in
one on the
dystopian
CPU block.
techno-future.
Yes! When we heard the makers of Payday and GTFO had a new co-op heist FPS in the works, you know we had to find out more. So we infiltrated 10 chambers and interrogated the makers of Den of Wolves. Here's all the info we dredged from their genius minds.
We were prepped and ready for the heist. We had stolen Tier 7 passkeys, acquired the building schematics, and rerouted the security comms.
We're in position.
The package was as good as ours. Every variable accounted for, but we fucked it up anyway.
This looks like me playing Cyberpunk. I have about 1 minute of 30 seconds of me stealthing around, and then I screwed up and I just
Next
shoot him.
time, we gotta be even more prepared.
Voodoo Kirsty needs a new PC. She was trying to collab with a UK PC maker to make a Horizon theme. Did it not work out?
Den of Wolves is a first-person shooter, four-player co-op heist game taking place in the future. We focus a lot on player agency, story, and keeping the player on their
Tidbits,
toes.
thank
with
you
some
for another
interesting
gifted membership.
elements
Appreciate
take you out
that.
of the brick-and-mortar world of Midway City, where the game takes place. It's a power fantasy, even though there's obviously tension as well.
Dad,
with,
yeah, like
stealth
when I went on the
segments and
stage.
stuff. But the identity
Got attacked
of Den of Wolves
last time.
primarily is balls to the wall.
Voodoo, you were just pestering her to do a collab with someone? Gotcha.
Den of Wolves is stepping back
She
into
could
our
collab with
Payday
me.
roots.
I'd build her a
The
PC.
big difference is, of course, the sci-fi area where we can
That'd be really
play
expensive
around
to
a
ship
lot
to
with
the UK, though.
design. The freedom we have with this sci-fi space is a bit
I love building
terrifying,
PCs.
actually, because you can go nuts, basically. We've actually told ourselves to not try
I should
to
probably
overdesign
build my
stuff,
own
but
Horizon
not
themed
limit
PC
us,
before I do
creativity.
Kirsty's, though.
So designing the Midway City from the start,
Tall
we
neck
knew
themed?
we wanted
Ooh,
big
yeah.
mega structure
I did wanna
buildings
put
to
on the
actually
back of
place
this
our levels within and be free
on my-
of
I have
how
a
big
Fantex
levels we want
NB9.
them to be. It's this very large
And on the
city
back, I was
arising
gonna
from
put
the
a big
sea.
vinyl
You want to look out at the
or
city
like
and
maybe
see,
paint
okay,
it
so this is a
like a
living,
tall
breathing
neck
city
silhouette.
and it works.
Kitty, I should have told them. Kitty Dad, I should have told them I wanted to yodel.
Coming back to the heist genre is sort of a, I don't know, after Payday 2, I felt like I had so much more things to do in my head, like what I wanted that game to be. A contemporary setting limits you in so many ways. Everything you do to
Tidbits, UK
enhance
shipping
the
is less
game
expensive.
breaks the theme.
Yeah, but
With
if I
sort
built
of sci-fi
Kirsty a
theme on
PC,
it,
I'd have to ship it
enables
here
you
from the
to
US.
stay in the pocket of
International,
thematics,
you know?
and still solve things from a gameplay angle. When making a game concept
Should we
of
know
a
you're heading
world,
out?
you have
Thanks
to
for being
think
here.
about what tools
See you
it
later.
gives you to solve problems in the future.
Slaughter
And the
Spine themed?
sci-fi thriller theme gives us a lot of tools to play with. Midway is just a corporate haven.
What would you
There's
do for
no
a Slaughter
rules,
Spine? Like
there's
just the
nothing.
colors?
It's divided up into districts.
Apex, like
There's
black and
even
purple?
like district wars and this kind of thing within the city. So it's a very classical in a way, dystopian take. Kind of like a classic role-playing game of saying like, oh, this is the backdrop, and I'm gonna hand you a new
The Be
adventure.
Quiet Light-based
and,
900
have a bit of
FX
fun.
Tech Eagle. That's a nice case too. I like
So
to look
there's
at that
something
one.
called dives in the game. It's basically a neural
The tariff
heist
would kill
in the
my
middle
wallet.
of whatever you're doing in the normal mission. You
Yeah,
can
I know.
basically jump to this other
be
place.
brutal.
Thematically, there's these architects that build these defense mechanisms that gets injected into people's minds, and then you're trying to break into one of those.
The dives allows us to explore a little bit with visual art design.
Actually,
and
I'll show you
gameplay
guys.
design,
Let me
just tracking down
pull this from under my
specific
desk.
person that you need to make a dive into to extract information. We don't need a bank vault for that. It could be a suburban, gritty area, or it can be a very high-end luxury apartment or of some sort.
The dives provide change of pace and change of intensity in the gameplay and change of scenery, and it could be a nightmarish sort of abstract thing.
Imagine trying to navigate a forest or something like this.
But it could also be a Japanese temple or fortress in the Swiss Alps.
We could just mix a lot of different stuff together because it's this very abstract place. And also with gameplay, we could go from a shooter to a platformer to a horror theme.
Or
custom
we can have
GPU
sort of
backplate.
parkour experimentation where you can run on walls. We make the rules for what the dives
it has
are,
like
what
an
they can
RGB
be.
strip on it. It's acrylic. So
The
this-
heist
I'm planning for
fantasy
this to
in
be part
general
of the
maps
build.
really well to game psychology. I'm a psychology-driven game designer to a large extent because we want to motivate you to keep playing and also like what are we stealing and what's the economy of the game. And I'm not
got that
talking
from
about
somebody on
getting
Etsy,
people
actually.
To spend more cash. It's what's the
No,
the drive
Tidbits, it
of the
just
game?
sits
And
on
I
top
think
of the GPU.
Building new things or
So it just kind of
crafting things
covers
is
it.
a
It doesn't
very
actually do anything. It's just
interesting
aesthetic.
area. A good example would be like this thing we did for Payday where
So I put the
you
GPU in a
craft
water block,
masks
and
this
then I
kind of
put
thing.
this
Yeah,
on,
we're going
like
back
on
to
top
the
of that.
masks. I've heard people tell me before, like, oh, GTFO, and then oh, it's a masks game, right? I'm like, really? Yeah, maybe it is. But we wanted to make something different. Like, we didn't want to go fully masculine, maybe doing you know these big skull masks. Like, we don't want to limit us to not do it, but with the mask we have now, we actually wanted to bring some feminine, some sexiness, you know. So one of the inspirations we actually had was the Keira Knightley pout that she has, and there's also like this Japanese.
No, Voodoo, it actually
demon
it
masks
sits on
with,
top of the
Hannibal Lecter
metal
type of style. So
backplate,
as in
like
the
the actual
dice, you know,
active cooling
basically you
backplate.
make anything.
This is
The
just
masks
acrylic.
are this expression to allow them to expand the world inside of themselves. So finding designs where they don't really know where to put it, in what categories, we try to.
Emin, how
hit
much my
kind
room
of a
is
sweet
not
spot there.
Horizon themed?
This is going to be a high-paced, intense, and a very
well, I have the
fun,
Ravenclaw banner back
collaborative
there.
game. Playing together with friends is
And I
a
have some
beautiful
Harry
thing,
Potter
right?
stuff and God of
Especially
War
when we
stuff.
have these situations where shit hits the fan.
And I have a
we
Kane of Bridge
panic
of
together
Spirits,
and try to solve it.
So if you
display.
put 4 people in a room and they play it, and you start to hear
And
the
now I have
voices
some
go up,
Expedition
and
33
they start
stuff.
to be loud in the room, then you know. Like,
By the way, if you
yeah.
guys are into displays, they're doing a pretty big sale right now.
If you want to find out
And
more
they have
about
new,
Sten Wolves, head to our Steam page and make sure
They have
to
arcane
wishlist now.
displays now. Actually, I should show you guys. I don't know if you've ever seen some of the displays I have. I could show them to you. Let me grab them. Let's do it like this. This is the Kane one. With the little rot in the corner. I like that one. 98.6% of the rim is Horizon themed. And then you guys probably don't see this one too often. Tall neck, like concept art. Unfortunately, they don't have the Horizon ones on display anymore. I think Sony got after them because they weren't official. But I snagged them before they got rid of them. And then obviously, the Aloy one is my favorite. With the Stormbird in the background there.
Frankie, this is my first time on the
Super
PC Gaming
cool.
Show. Any advice?
It's not that
I
hard.
really wish
Just
they
show
still
up on
sold this
time,
one.
Learn your lines, and don't cross me. Don't you ever cross me, Ridley. I will destroy you. Also, tea with honey is great for a scratchy throat after a long day on set.
Okay.
Want to rehearse the next scene?
But
It's
some
that
of the
silly one where
arcane
I'm
ones
trying to
caught my
detangle a bunch of headphone cables and you learn the folly of
I
crossing
had my
trekking
like
board.
finger
I have
over the
powerful friends and a
purchase
long
button on
reach.
them,
Or
but
you
I didn't
could
do
tell
it.
us about the next part you're going to install.
Yep, let's do that, please. Right, the X870E Aorus Master has a few special features to make PC building easier. My
Let's turn
favorite is
this
tool-free
show's
SSD
audio
slot.
down a little bit.
Press a button
If
and
something
it
cool
takes
comes up,
away.
we'll pop it
Then
back
push down
up.
on the latch to install your SSD. No screw required, which means
Antique
no more
Ahmed.
on the floor looking for said screw.
Do I think they're gonna
Drop
announce
it.
or
Then
release the
use
Horizon
Wi-Fi
multiplayer this year?
combine standard 2 Wi-Fi connections into
Neil,
one
yeah, I really
USB
like the Aloy one.
or remove
Um,
connector. No need to screw anything in.
I think
Lastly, you want to disconnect
they
your
will
TV,
announce it.
hit the button
I
in the
think at this
corner
point
and
it's
pull it out.
the next time we would get a chance to see it announced would be September. If it's not announced in September, then I think I'd start to get a little bit worried because it's been in development for 7.5 years so far. Now, probably only about 2 of those years has it really been in full production. But if we don't see it in September, of course, the next chance after that would be like the Game Awards. But I would think by September they should be ready to show it. And then I would anticipate, hopefully they do at least like one public beta of some sort before the full launch. And then a release sometime in 2026. And then we would get Horizon 3. Earliest would be like holiday 2027, but I think 2028 is more likely since they've spent a lot of time working on the online project. Voodoo, you pulled the trigger on the collector's edition of The Expanse. What comes with that? Let me check that out. Keep the show in a window over here.
You have the opportunity to save your kingdom.
The Expanse. What is it? Osiris? They have a collector's edition for the game already? Even though they don't have a release window yet?
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. We were the conductors of the train, tirelessly serving our passengers with
The Miller's Pack, is that it? Deluxe, standard. Oh no, here it is. $289. That's a cool. You get the spaceship figurine. Can we open this bigger?
Bro, let's just flush him out. I'm tired of goods. Run. Move, move, move.
I guess I can't make this bigger. You get a sticker set. That's a cool medallion. Patches. Looks like a nice art book. Of obviously the box. You get the Miller's revolver. You get the UN Specs Op assault rifle. So a couple weapons. Couple skins. Miller's casual outfit. And Miller's Oppa heavy armor. Who's Miller? Is that one of the characters? The spaceship figurine looks pretty cool. You get a digital art book. You get the OST soundtrack. An early adopter item for Captain's Cabin. Interesting. You get in the Hall of Fame, you get your name in the credits of the game. Is that what that means? And a special Discord role. Your name in the credits would be crazy. Looks like a pretty good collector's edition. These things are getting really pricey, but I might pull the trigger on that eventually. I kind of want to see another trailer first with more gameplay. But that's probably... It's definitely like one of my most anticipated games from this whole series of Summer Game Fest events. It looks really promising to me. FAQ. When will I get my collector's edition? Shortly after the game is released. There's a beta. The beta test will take place on specific platforms, so the key for the early version will be separate from the release version. How do you get into the beta? Who's publishing this again? Owlcat's the developer. Alcon Interactive is the publisher. I've never heard of them. It doesn't say you're in the beta if you order the collector's edition, does it? Discord role Hall of Fame naming credits.
Kind of beautiful. I'm honestly looking forward to being ambushed in the depths of space in Eve Frontier.
But if you're like me and the thought of being caught off guard is a no-no, just head over to the PC Gaming Show's Steam page.
Early
and you'll find
adopter
every
item.
single game
That's
we're
for the
showing today
standard.
in one convenient spot ready to be wishlisted. So no scary surprises.
Absolutely.
The standard
Now,
game is only $50
some of the
bucks.
great games from puzzle publisher Astrological.
Stickers, patches, art book, medallion, ship model. Oh. Be among the first to explore the frontier. Help shape the game before launch. So exclusive beta access is only if you buy the Miller's Pack or the Collector's Edition. Interesting. So Voodoo, sounds like you'll get exclusive beta access. Emin, $50 for a game nowadays is cheap. Yeah, it is. It's kind of sad how expensive they're getting. But that's nice to see. I wonder if that means the game's a little bit shorter. So if you want to be in the exclusive beta, you need to order either the Miller's Pack or the Collector's Edition. Do we know when the beta is happening? Ish. If you pre-ordered the Miller's Pack or Collector Edition, you'll be the first to try out the Expanse of Osiris Reborn when the beta goes live. And of course, the release version will be available for everyone who pre-ordered the game as well. Can I upgrade? The release version will be available for Windows, PS5, and Xbox. Last-gen consoles will not be supported. No physical copies of the game will be available. That sucks. Yeah, that's one thing I'd really like to see in a... I wish it had a steel case. Steelbook in the collector's edition. Even if there is never an actual physical disc, I think the steel cases are a cool addition to collector's editions. They don't have a steelbook in Ghost of Yote's collector's edition, which I feel like is a big... I almost don't want to get that collector's edition because I want the steelbook. I wonder how it will show your name with it, probably very quickly. You know Kitty Dad, how they'll do like the main credits and then they'll do like a bunch of other credits. Like you'll probably be at the very end of like the last section of credits. That's just thousands of people, hundreds of people. So let's go about the game. Characters. So I don't think it's co-op. Your crew is more than just backup. They're the heart of your story. Each companion brings with them their own personal history and motives for joining the mission, though not all are easy to uncover. They're more than just specialists. Some are haunted by past mistakes. Others hold on dearly to loyalty, survival, or even something they've never been capable of fully putting into words. The ship becomes your shared home. It's not just a command center, but a place where the crew can bond and where trust is earned. A single shared silence might become the foundation for a much deeper connection. A single decision could overturn it all. The way you lead your crew and the choices you make under pressure will shape every relationship in ways you don't always see coming. Okay, so I don't think it's co-op in any form. I think they're just like part of your crew.
Produced here in our blue pigment refinery, which was constructed from these modules.
There's a press kit.
Made by combining these modules. Cut from cubes, which were melted.
That's their
from
cover art.
Extracted here.
Landscape version cover art. Got anything good in here? Probably just the stuff we've already seen. Logos and stuff like that.
So, Jacob, have
Some
you
little
got
gifts.
any quick PC building tips you can share with our audience?
Here's one. You know when you accidentally drop a tiny little screw into your PC case and it just disappears?
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
Okay,
Do you have
well, it's
some
nice
cool
they
hack for
provided that.
finding it?
They've
Nope.
got a Discord
One tip is
server.
that screw is gone forever and you should pretend it never existed.
Forget I asked about tips. What can you tell me about the Radeon RX
Oh,
9070
I'm not
XT
logged
you're
into
installing?
Discord right
The
now
Radeon RX
on this
9070
PC.
XT is a hot ticket item right now, and for good reason. This is AMD's graphics division putting its best foot forward with an RDNA 4 chip that can go toe-to-toe with NVIDIA's GeForce RTX 5070 Ti.
Tidbits, did we
If you're
miss
worried
a
about running out of
city building
VRAM,
game there?
Don't be. This comes with 16 gigabytes of GDDR6. That's plenty for gaming at 4K. Plus it supports FSR4.
16 gigabytes spread across 4 sticks? I don't think so.
But what I like about it most is how easy it is to undervolt. This lets you run it with less power and still get top performance.
The Expanse, Osiris, Reborn, Beta. I'm gonna guess we don't know when the beta's happening. Oh, what is all this now? Overview from an interview. Edited down for brevity by Claude. So somebody AI edited notes from an interview? Oh, there was actually an interview.
If you don't know where to start in Top Heroes World, the Springland is a
So what does this say? Takes place from the beginning of the first book through the end of the second book. So maybe it does overlap with what the story already is. Single player only, no PvP multiplayer. Action RPG. Accessible to newcomers. Players visit familiar location. Ganymede, Mars. Encounter known characters. Original actors will reprise some of their roles. Voodoo, you're on the Discord and there's a ton of devs on there. That's cool.
I know our odds. Maybe it's time to
Create your
consider
character and their twin,
easy way
which is your first companion. Okay.
Me all your love now.
Let's jump back over here for a second.
All we know, we might be dead by tomorrow. I can't go on wasting my time, adding scars to my heart, 'cause all I hear is I'm not ready now.
You were always one of us. From day one. What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion?
What's in your heart? But if you're not ready for
You're still making it about yourself. Just look at us.
I can be ready.
I find a way out.
'Cause soon enough we'll die. 'Cause soon enough we'll die. 'Cause soon enough we'll die.
I couldn't even read
This is
that stylized text.
Abomination
Eros?
Box. A hack and slash dungeon crawl where up to 4 players battle through a single massive labyrinth filled to the brim with monsters, treasure, and secrets.
Okay, back to this. So, various abilities including shield charge, drone deployment, and stealth. On the ship, players have their own ship with some customization. Ship combat is mostly cinematic. Semi-open world structure with major story beats, side stories, and hub locations. Companions are a major focus. Mission teams of 3 total. Others assist from the ship. Companions have their own goals, personality, and can be romanced. Okay, that's a good detail to know. They may leave if angered, though companion death wasn't confirmed. Moral choices range from Good Samaritan to practical and gritty. Total length 30 to 50 hours, which is shorter than their previous games. And then somebody, remember, these are AI summarized notes, so looks like whoever posted this also added an edit. He was a bit cagey on this, so the length is purely a guess. So somehow we got 30 to 50 hours, but that's just a guess. So I wouldn't put too much weight on that. It sounds like he didn't actually say 30 to 50 hours. Multiple settings planned for difficulty. Beta access available through pre-order packages. Can we find where they talked about
great place to start?
Beta access in here?
Enemies and villages with.
So what we're going to do today is we are going to talk to our friend Alexander Michelin, the creator. Hope you're enjoying our little hardcore ride here. We come here and not come out right, but
here at our
you know what I
hardware
mean.
workshop.
You know what I
Well,
see in our
Frank and
future?
Jacob are working
Me
on
on you.
the rig. Mika and I have been preparing.
Hey, didn't wet the bed. You find folks tomorrow for more. So much for being here, guys. This has
space that is very dangerous and unwelcoming, and we want to convey these feelings to our players. So you will be able to get into your space suit.
Your companions are twin and
feel
can be
the magnetic
romanced.
boots click
I don't think
when
they're
you
going to
move
let you romance
across
your
the
twin.
hull of the, say, spaceship or space station in zero-G environment, and sometimes we will be even have a shootout in zero-G environments with all the trappings, with all the things that can happen in the space, and where you can go on, and not only on the floor but also on the sides. And as in the trailer, you should be looking up as well.
Was that a Gamers Never Look Up reference, by the way? Oh man, I got Alexander. Thank you so much.
I want to see if
for
they
being
say
here.
anything
Guys,
about
this has been Alexander
when the
Michelin. He's
beta
the
might be.
creative director at Owlcat Games. Been there for a good while. If you would like more information on their new third-person, single-player, semi-open world RPG, you can find it at reddit.com/r/theexpanseRPG. You can also find it on Twitter at theexpanseRPG. And of course, if you want the main website, you can see it all right down there in the bottom right. cyrusreborn.owlcat.games. If there is one company that I think could pay
Passion to make games to tell a story. And
the end here, another kind of more blanket question. And I'm not going to ask how long is the game, because we have no idea. So here's what I'm going to ask you. Conceptually, are you guys shooting for a more Expedition 33 50-ish hour experience, or a more traditional Owlcat 100+ hour mega extravaganza?
You can expect, because it's a different genre and a different story, you can expect the game be a little bit shorter. So from the options that you said, it's probably closer to the Expedition 33. But I would want
that
to
doesn't
highlight
help me
that
too
there are
much, 'cause
still a
I
lot
put a
of
lot of-
options. There are still
I've
a
put a lot of
choices
time
and
into
consequences.
Expedition
It's in
33.
no way a linear adventure or experience. We still would like to tell the story in our Owlcat way, where you have a lot of choices and consequences. It's in no way a linear adventure or experience. We still
not linear.
Would like to tell the story in our old cat way, where you're choosing where to go, what decisions to make, and see consequences of that decision, be it good consequences or bad consequences.
Alexander, I could talk to you.
A lot of things. So I would probably highlight that there will be a lot of political intrigue, despite speaking about the expanse we saw it in Protomolecule in the trailer, and that means that that brings a whole set of their projects hybrid, and that will be a highlight. Another thing that
I tend to go slower as well.
Another big focus of our game is space that is very dangerous and unwelcoming.
I tend to go slower
space station,
as well.
Space.
So even if it is like 30 to 50 hours, I'm sure I'll do at least 70.
Oh man, I got Alexander. Thank you so much.
Where do they talk about
the
beta,
expanse? We are trying to put them at even bigger spotlight and great expanse atmosphere.
Oh.
Their previous knowledge with their previous skills and come with a benefit of being able to play better version, and we are really enjoying such approach because it gives us a lot of feedback and
feedback.
There is no PvP multiplayer. It is a single-player story with companions. You can currently find more information at the bottom there, OsirisReborn.owlcat.games. And so people have been asking about a Kickstarter. It looks like you can pre-order the game already, so I'm guessing you guys aren't going to be kickstarting this one?
Kickstarter the game, but as with our previous games, you are able to pre-order it right now, and some of the packages come with a benefit of being able to play better version.
Speedrunner.
And we are really enjoying such approach because it gives us a lot. Some of the packages come with a benefit of being able to play better version. And we are really enjoying such approach because it gives us a lot of feedback and from our dedicated fans and players. So.
Excellent. One thing we haven't talked about too much, we've kind of touched on a little bit, and I feel like the end of the trailer, for those of us who have seen Expanse, kind of give us a really good anchor point as to where it is in the universe. But
okay, so they don't really say when the beta starts, but Voodoo, it sounds like you got in their Discord server. I'll have to join their Discord server and see if maybe one of the devs will just answer that question for us. Maybe they'd be willing to. Would be cool. Did I mute this? Yeah. All right, guys. I don't know if I want to stream all the rest of the PC gaming show. I think these are mostly smaller games that most people are not too interested in. Voodoo, doesn't look like there's a lot of content on the Discord yet. So it looks like you got in really early. Yeah, I'll have to pop in there as well. I'll have to shoot the publisher an email too. See if I can get them to pay attention to me. Shadow drop a Cyberpunk stream tidbits? No, I wasn't planning to stream this long. I have some other stuff I need to take care of today. I really need to finish my next Expedition 33 video. I'm still kind of like stuck in the middle of working on that one. And I've got some other stuff I need to take care of, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed checking out some of these new games. Obviously the PC Gaming Showcase is still running if you want to go watch the rest of it. There is a Death Stranding... Let's go take a look at that actually while we're still together here. There is a Death Stranding 2 event this evening, I think. All right, let's go Summer Game Fest. Summer Game Fest.
What an amazing collection of games we've already seen. Mika, we are really turning up the heat this year.
We sure are.
Mika, what is that?
So 7 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern, which is like super late at night / early in the morning for Europe. But there is a Death Stranding 2 dedicated event late this evening.
Plus, it is an amazing
gameplay premiere or game premiere.
Mika, you can't eat thermal paste.
If you're interested in Death Stranding 2, and then I think that's pretty much the last significant event. 3 a.m. UK, yeah. 3 or 4 a.m. in Europe, pretty much.
Can we put it
And then there's like a small thing tomorrow, June 9th. But
Certainly going to try.
Summer Game Fest is pretty much all wrapped up.
What kind of CPU is this puppy working with?
It's with no small amount of envy that I say this. We're equipping.
So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching all the shows with me. I appreciate everyone coming and hanging out. It makes it fun. Even when we don't necessarily get the Horizon news we want, of course. It's still fun hanging out with you guys and checking out the shows and the new games. And we got some good ones. I thought some of the shows brought us some pretty cool announcements, like this Expanse game that we can look forward to. So if you guys aren't on Discord, feel free to come join us on Discord. That link is always in my stream descriptions and in the video descriptions of all the videos. So it'd be fun to have you guys come join the Discord community. And otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your week. And I will see you guys on the next stream. We'll get back to playthroughs next weekend. All right? Take care, guys.